Gordon Strachan, what? On the intro.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to, what are we again? Stretford Paddock.
I mean, it's not like we can't tell or anything. Yeah. And also, are you that daft that, like, I say something and you have to, like...
Wasn't it like, is Gordon Strachan behind the telly? What are you talking about?
He would actually be a great interview, wouldn't he, Gordon?
Yeah, he's meant to be dead funny, innit?
Cheeky little chappy,
Yeah, right.
And I bet he went a bit west when Fergie fucked him off.
You are?
Bet he went a bit west when Fergie fucked him off from here. Because obviously he set up Fergie coming to United in the first place. Fergie set up him coming to United in the first place, and then obviously it went a bit tits up, didn't it? And they flirted him.
Where else was he at?
Leeds, wasn't he? Won the league at Leeds.
But I had somewhere else as well.
I had a food technology teacher who used to look like him.
You had a what?
A food technology teacher.
You did food technology?
It was one of you had to do.
That's
You say food technology, it's cooking, isn't it? Why is it called technology?
I remember our food tech teacher was a big woman. And we used to make so many fat jokes. It was
I hope you're ashamed of yourself.
I am ashamed of myself.
Good lad.
God bless.
Some of them funny though.
But yeah, don't worry.
Especially
when you're in school.
That's what I mean. It kind of writes itself as well, doesn't it?
Yeah,
like, she's
like,
fit,
you know,
like
real tapping.
none of that anymore.
But
we're better than that.
The game's gone.
Talking about tapping.
It has, and rightly so. Anyway, flowers are blooming. The grass is growing, and it's time to chop the weeds.
Is it?
Thanks to our sponsor, Manscaped, trademarked, you can trim your holes safely and efficiently. I'm talking about ball trimmers.
Are you doing this off top of the dome?
This just comes to me, but I'm on tablets.
Freestyle.
I ain't seen acting like this since The Rock.
Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. Manscaped, the global leaders in men's below-the-waist grooming, have an exclusive. And I mean this, you can't get this offer anywhere else. Regardless of what some people may claim, you can't.
Despite how many other places they advertise it.
Exactly. This is exclusive to us, right? For our audience. Use the code DEVILS20 and you get 20% off and free shipping.
And free shipping.
I know it sounds too good to be true.
What? Free shipping,
The shipping,
you don't
mate,
get out for that
right?
nowadays. And
The
you're
shipping,
telling me we can get free shipping.
The shipping, forget about
COVID
that.
times.
Like, the shipping's free. Like, just forget about that.
Jeff.
Right?
Don't even...
Yeah, don't worry about the shipping, right? The shipping is free.
How are they making money there at Manscaped?
I don't know, but they are.
Giving them away.
Somehow. So it's at manscaped.com. You can join the 2 million, the other 2 million men who trust Manscaped. They are here to make sure you are trimmed.
The Mandemscaped.
The Mandemscapes. I like that.
Listen.
Is that? I wonder if that's trademarked. Mandemscapes. I'll look into that. And smelling nice. After all, it's time for some spring cleaning. Talking points. Spring is...
You know when a footballer does post something like this?
Say something like, I know, just tell us a funny story about when you were shaving your nuts once.
No, I have actually got a funny story, and I've told you this, haven't I? Many times. About when because they've got a torch on it, haven't it?
Yeah.
You know, and when you, like, you've shaved your balls.
You're like one of them Chilean miners with your hat on it, yeah?
No, I have my phone in my mouth. Out with my torch in my mouth, but this you don't have to. Because it's got a torch on the trimmer. So you can just trim it. So you're not in your bathroom with your torch in your mouth going shaving your balls.
Jay, I don't know about you, but I'll just do it with the lights on.
No.
Why are you trying to save the 3p and electric?
No.
This is why you don't do your gooch.
Yeah.
And we know it.
Yeah.
Because if you do your gooch, you know you need that light.
Yeah. Of course you do. Like the bathroom light. That's not going to show.
How are you going to get the bathroom light to shine on you never
right down there, mate.
You're going to get your legs.
What sort of a wattage is your bulb in your bathroom?
I was inverted.
What? You were what?
Inverted.
Where?
Seen Top Gun?
Yeah.
Inverted.
Ah. Right. Well, anyway, for those of you who aren't inverted and who don't want to use a torch, Manscaped has got a torch on it, right? So there's no more of that embarrassment, no more of that. You can get down there. You don't have to...
What's the code, Jay?
The code is DEVILS20. So... get involved. They're there to help you with your above the waist holes too. Because have you heard of the Weed Whacker? This is nose and ear hair trimmer that provides proprietary skin safe trademark technology, which helps prevent nicks, snags, tugs, and all those delicate holes. No more gross nose hairs flying in the wind.
You will be giving the dog the bone. When you
do you know what? I'm at that stage in my life, though.
Bro.
I am at that stage in my life where nose hair is a thing. I didn't think I'd ever get that.
It's a thing for everybody.
It's bad,
You're
man.
not supposed to clean it all out, you know.
What do you do with it? Just get the old Manscaped. Get the old Manscaped.
You need hairs in there.
Yeah. So that's why Manscaped just trim it for you. They don't clear it out. Yeah.
Don't go mental, whatever you do.
So Manscaped is making whacking your weeds a time to look forward to delivering maximum confidence while providing hygiene.
Well, you literally do not have to read that. Basically, guys, buy Manscaped. Use the code Devils20. We did want to make that code Do Me Gooch, and we are working on it.
Yeah, we've asked.
For now, it's Devils20.
Devil's Sweater.
Links in the description. Click it, buy it, sort your spuds
free
out.
shipping.
Listen,
It's all good.
it's been locked up now for nearly a year.
Right.
We're about to get unleashed on the ladies of the world.
You're not. You're married.
I'm married, so I'm not.
No,
but
I'm not
I
either.
am unleashed on my own lady, so don't worry about it.
Yeah. So, yeah, Manscaped. Talking about mans.
Eric Bailly.
Yes.
Yes, nice. I know it's a tenuous link in it at best.
No.
It's talking about men. Here's one, Eric Bailly.
Eric Bailly's a man.
Oh well, that was a fucking great segue.
You reckon he uses Manscaped? I don't know. Do you what? Let's speculate.
Go on.
Right, I saw Eric Bailly
Clean.
shirtless, wearing sliders and his training shorts in the Lowry reception, right? Which is exactly what you expect from Eric Bailly, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Four-star gaff. Everyone's wearing a suit with a shirt and a tie on and all that. Like Eric Bailly comes down, shuffling about because he looked like he had a bit of stiffness in his old...
A bit of morning stiffness.
No, not morning stiffness, like ankle stiffness.
Yeah.
Shuffling around in his sliders, shirtless at 5 p.m. in the afternoon. And you're just like, that's Eric Bailly, but smooth. So I wonder if he's Manscaped.
But he might look after that consistently.
He might. The rest of it might look like, you know,
gruesome.
like a local tip.
If you don't, Eric, that was 20.
Kean Foster's got a question for you. Can I ask you what camera you use, Steve? Started a football podcast myself. I need a camera. Also, which computer? Listen, if you're starting a podcast and you're against us, we're not going to help you.
I mean, it's not like he's the only one that does these things.
Well, no.
I'm glad you
Why
asked
not ask you?
If it wasn't for me, it wouldn't even be a thing,
exactly.
apparently.
Here we use a combination of Sony's and Blackmagic studio cameras. Which one's this one?
And
That one.
Canons.
This one's a studio camera. Put me on that one. Pow. That one's a Sony. There is a slight difference in them, and the way they go into the computers is different. But really, it's rough on a laptop. Like when I do some of my reviews upstairs, I do that on my laptop, and you ain't got a long time for that before it starts cooking.
If you're doing basic videos at home, buy a Brio 4K webcam.
Yeah, but 4K. We had for
Probably
years.
a nice.
Early doors of Devils, we had that
Logitech 720s.
Logitech one, yeah. And
I mean, it's a
it was
nice
fine.
starter before you
Yeah.
go spending hundreds of pounds
And
on a
use like
camera.
StreamYard or Zoom or something, and just like do conversations with your mates.
Yeah, that's. I mean, we're obviously a basic. Me and Scotty starting at the very bottom. That's what we use. StreamYard.
StreamYard's mint.
Do you know what I mean?
StreamYard's
Does a trick
really
for us.
good.
Does a trick
That's
for us.
Even Rio uses it.
Really?
Wow, I say Rio. We do everything for him, don't we?
He does.
I say we.
He's new busy.
He.
Aye.
Me and Will.
I say
Yeah.
you and Will. Whittled that down, didn't we? Yeah. Eric Bailly.
Eric Bailly, you're happy, aren't you? Because you love
I'm
him.
buzzing. Look, I was
I'm
disappointed
not.
that he was going to...
Why?
Get back.
Because the guy's missed more games than he's played. Fact, right?
Okay, that is a fact. I'm not going to argue with that
Why,
one.
we have wasted some serious
Not this season, though.
budget.
He started 8 games. He's played 15 in total, I think, this season.
But why... This season, it feels
And we only
like...
have 30
Or
games.
8 in Premier League,
Apart
sorry.
from
8 in the
COVID,
Premier League, sorry. He started 8 Premier League
This
games.
season, he's been available more. I know he's had 1 or 2 knocks.
He still missed half the season.
They've not been serious knocks.
No, but he still missed half the season.
Yeah.
And this is his best season for injuries. He still missed half of
The
it.
thing is, yeah,
But
when
the
he
thing
plays,
is,
he looks
you
so
hold
good.
on to, like, I love him, right? And I love the character, and I don't think there's enough character like that in the game. But he's not reliable. Top
that's
and
true.
bottom of it. He ain't reliable.
That's true.
You've basically just got another Phil Jones on your hands. And you've just kept... Phil Jones has somehow picked up, like, 2 contract renewals since he last fucking played.
And Phil Jones used to
I know,
do
it's
that,
a joke.
didn't he? Where he'd have patches where you think...
What's that, Eric Bailly?
Phil's
That's everybody's stats here. I mean, he's played 100 games for Manchester United since he arrived in 2016. That's less or fewer, than Harry Maguire. Do you know what I mean? Which is and he's never played more
Well, he
in his
played-
career more than 25 league games in a season.
25, 13, 12,
This is
4,
these are league
8.
appearances for United.
It's not good enough.
I mean, I love Eric Bailly, but I think if you're going to have him, you can only have him as a backup option. He can't be your main centre back or one of your 2 main centre backs because he just doesn't play enough. So you have to
backs
have a first choice, and then Eric Bailly is a second choice. That's fine. I'm
Do you
up
think
for
a
that.
little bit of it may be that this season we have, whenever he's played, we've genuinely seen a very good player, and you think it may be Ollie actually going, right, we get this contract, we don't lose a massive amount of money on him.
Yeah.
We can give him the next 6 to 12 months. If it doesn't work, we can probably still make most of our money back off.
You're thinking about it thinking that there's that much say goes into it. I honestly do believe that United have just got this policy of not letting people go for free.
Do you
We saw
reckon?
it a couple of years ago when there was so many players on contracts. They just extended everyone. Ashley Young gets a new one. Nani gets a new one. Like Phil Jones gets a new one. Why? No one's earning the deals. We're just fucking giving them so they don't go for free. That's wrong. Fuck them off.
You still
They're
think
not
that's the
useful.
case now?
Go. Yeah, 100%. Right. If you're being ruthless and you're trying to build a squad that can go and compete, you ain't giving Eric Bailly a contract. You're not. Because you'll be going, do you know what? I've got Mengi coming through. There's, even if it's 5 or 6 games.
Maybe that hints at Twanzebe leaving or something.
Maybe it does. And I'll put Tuanzebe right in the same category. I love him. And this season was a pivotal season for him. And I think if he'd have taken the opportunity that he could have been presented with this season, but he's had injuries and he's also had form issues, I think Tuanzebe's ship might have sailed now. So if I'm being ruthless, I'll probably move Tuanzebe on as well.
But that's the thing. So in saying that, if you do that, and we look, Phil Jones probably not going to be.
You can't really count him
can't
anymore,
count
can
him,
you?
but
I know
look,
you're not.
We're literally going into the season then. If Bailly goes, Twanzebe goes, they got 2 centre backs.
No, you're accepting, or probably more sensibly realising these lot aren't going to invest.
But listen to what we're not going to sign 2 or 3 more centre backs, especially with all the other business that we've had to do. It kind of might be like the Cavani one, where he's going, can we keep Cavani till the end of this next season? So then I can get my priority signings now and focus on that proper signing rather than getting a makeshift signing in. Do you know what I'm saying? But I hear what you're saying. I think the club are protecting the value, but I personally, and I know you're right. If I take emotion out of it, you are right. But some of them performances this year.
I mean, is it the Villa game where everyone was
Wolves.
applauding Wolves after the game?
Villa and Wolves, both.
I mean, he was fantastic. He was. But the problem is,
Do you know what?
How
People
often-
are
That's the
probably
thing,
kicking off in the comments, rating him higher than Maguire, and Maguire's literally just equaled the record for consecutive games. Availability is the best ability.
Yeah, no, I agree.
That is important. Availability is important, and I think those people are being unfair. On Maguire's, you're still judging him on like the summer.
yeah.
Because this isn't the same Maguire that we saw pre, 2021.
Most of United's problems this season haven't been about clean sheets and defensively. We've had the odd issue, but most of our problems.
I
There was
think
a
so.
couple
you
of
can look-
conceding late where we dropped.
You look at it
points.
though. Look at by and large, like for example, our record against top 6. How many 0-0s? That's not.
Tons.
We've had more. 7 0-0s we've had this season. That's not Harry Maguire's fault. All right, you can argue, well, he should do better at set pieces, but he's not there to score goals.
No, it's a bonus.
Yeah. So that's not the defence's fault. It's at the other end of the pitch where we've been a little bit wasteful and we've had, I think Marcus has got 11. Is it Premier League goals or 10? Martial's on 4. Mason's on similar number. So between the three of them,
Martial's on 40. What?
yeah, I wish. So between the three of them, it's not really been a prolific season, to say the least. Do you know what I mean?
It's been poor. Let's have it right. It's been poor.
So you got 18 goals or whatever, or 20 goals between your front three. There's an issue. So I don't think that Harry Maguire has been a problem this season at all. I think defensive, he's played well. Even Lindelof's done all right recently. I think he gets a lot of undue stick. I
His
think
passing's improved. He did another one
little
against
dinks
Leeds.
and all that. I
Where
think,
Rashford got in.
but he's very much though box office, isn't he? He's the sort of player you love to watch.
But I also
Flies
think
in,
away from
dives
that,
in
he's
front
very
of it.
good.
He is very good. Great on the ball, got skills, and a little bit crackers. We all love that.
His
we love
character
him
as well, and
yeah.
you know that.
So
some of the challenges that we've seen, maybe like the Calvert-Lewin one, where you think someone just throw yourself at that.
yeah,
Bailly throws himself.
he
at
does. You're right.
And that's probably why he gets knocks.
That. It's 100%. Brian Robson was the exact same thing. Yeah, he would throw himself into stupid situations, bust his shoulder, and be out for months.
Yeah.
Right. And Phil Jones is the same, but he's trying to do it getting Frosties.
Sorry, Philip.
Do you know what?
I'm trying to
Don't be
stick up for
fucking
him.
sorry. Guy gets paid 150 grand a week.
Yes, I know
to
he
be
does.
a fucking professional fucking.
Yeah,
not
but
his-
also
yeah.
imagine you were Phil Jones.
I know.
How you would feel.
And he's
Do you know what I've done?
got
I'd have
self-awareness.
fucked off.
He's got self-awareness, man, because he has. He knows, like he said that thing he's giving an interview and he said, "I won't have a testimonial because
He
no one
nicked
comes."
my line,
Because he knows that he's not like
I
he's
said that in a
deluded.
video.
Right. So
before.
why
Yeah.
didn't he move on? Why is he not on the phone to his agent going, "Get me a club at a level I can play"?
He can't go anywhere in a minute. Can he? He's still injured. No one's going to buy
He
him.
has been fit at some
No
point
one's
this
gonna buy
season,
him.
though.
I feel like United have got him fit and are just leaving him fit now. like hoping
To sell him.
Please stay fit till the end of the season.
But either way, do you know what I mean? Like, where's your self-respect as a player? You can
What's
say,
he
oh,
better
it's
do?
not his
Like,
fault.
just quit and just like say, right, tear up my contract. I'm just going to leave.
You've got 10 years as a professional athlete.
I think you're right. I think he's going to get sold.
He's not getting sold.
I think he will. What's he
But
going to
he'll
do?
go, but we ain't getting money for him.
I reckon he might get something.
But
for
that's
him.
where
He's
you
still
got
in
to.
England.
That's
He's
where
still
you got
28,
to.
29.
If you're a footballer, you got to be on the phone to your agent saying, "Listen, I need to play football. I've got a couple of years. You know, the clock is ticking. I need to go play regular somewhere."
But I think he will do that. I don't think he'll stay at Manchester United. I think he will do that in the summer. But I don't think it's necessarily like, oh, you can't stick up for Phil Jones. I can. He's just an easy target for everyone. Phil Jones is not the problem at Manchester United. Phil Jones, he's almost irrelevant.
No, he's a symptom of it because you've allowed. Like we went into this season with Bailly, Jones, and Rojo all on the books, and you knew, all right, you've got 15 games out of Bailly. Have you had any out of Rojo? Has there been any?
Bro, he's got
Playing for Boca Juniors, isn't he?
Right. So I don't know if he's had
Where
any.
is
I
he?
don't think Phil
Where
Jones
is
had.
Rojo?
Exactly, right?
He's
You had
gone on- he's
three
moved on
centre
now.
halves that were probably between them on like 400 grand a week. That's budget that we're not getting other players in with. So you go, well, it's not a massive drama. It fucking is if it stops you signing people. So you've got 15 appearances out of 3 cunts who are on 400 grand a
Yeah,
week.
he's at Boca Juniors, I think.
That's not
There comes that
acceptable.
yellow
Start
sign.
being ruthless. What?
There comes that yellow sign again.
Start being ruthless. Start actually getting a properly run football club because we're run like a bastard circus at the minute.
I'm not disputing that. But we shouldn't be relying on
I
players
think
to
he's
tear up
looking
the
at it from the
contract that we've
personal
given
point of
him.
view with Phil Jones.
Yeah,
I tend to see it from that view now, where my emotions of him as a footballer are gone. My expectations of him as a footballer are gone. I just feel for him on a human level. Like, he had it all. He was tipped to be the best player for United in England, not just by me.
No, I know,
a
like
fucking idiot on
no,
YouTube.
No, but you know
by
when
Sir
you
Alex Ferguson.
When you said that wasn't a ridiculous statement. It is now, but at that time, it wasn't ridiculous because when he was at Blackburn, he was 18 years old, playing week in, week out, and everyone wanted
Remember
him.
how good he was when we drew 1-1 there?
Yeah,
and
everyone
won
wanted
the
him.
league. And then to go from that, joining United, winning the league, you're playing alongside Rio and Vidic, boom.
It's become a
Fergie.
meme with your face.
Fergie,
That's
yeah,
bro,
exactly.
mentally-
And Fergie raved about. Fergie went over the top. Admittedly, it was a ridiculous statement, but probably the most ridiculous.
Dragged
statement
me with
Fergie said, "Yeah," and you went
Kicking
along
and
for the
screaming
ride,
with
bro. Yeah, you were like,
Drag
yeah.
me. You jumped in. Went,
Come on, Sir
bang,
Alex.
seatbelt on,
I'm on
go.
this bus with you, son. Let's go.
I'll hit the drum. Boom, boom, boom,
You know what it
boom,
was, yeah?
boom.
Can't go
Jump
wrong.
up.
You know what it was, yeah? Fergie was so good and so great. We grew up just being able to regurgitate him and know we're right.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you know, one of them
Yeah,
was like,
yeah.
and if you're not, the
But this
2%
wasn't this
chance of
around
that-
the sort of could have killed him era, like when
It was-
yeah, when he was having a few
I think it
wines
was-
and giving interviews. Oh yeah, he could have killed him.
Wasn't
Oh
it
yeah,
after
Phil
we
Jones
beat-
is the greatest
wasn't it
player
after
ever.
we beat Arsenal
Some of
1-0?
Fergie's one-liners don't stand up to scrutiny. Like, you read his book, he probably puts a whole chapter on Nick Powell about what he's going to do in the future. That's one for the future. He's setting him up to be the new Scholes in his book. Obviously, the book came out like 6 years ago or something like that, so it's carnage in it.
Yeah.
But it's not a good read.
Did you
6
see,
eyes of hindsight. 6 years of hindsight.
I know.
The
I know.
quotes of him when the Premier League was announced coming out.
No, what's he said?
Because of the Super League stuff,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that, like when the Premier League was announced, he says something like, "This isn't good for football and all that. This is a bad idea
Really?
and stuff." Yeah, I think the whole of football was against it at that
He's had,
point.
I
That's
mean,
mad, that, innit?
he was in the game for like 30 years. Every time someone sticks a camera in your face, you're going to come up with some one-liners.
And because he's so emotional as well, isn't he? He's not like one of them who just thinks about
Have you
what
seen his interview
like.
after Aberdeen win the cup?
Yeah,
what did
he
you?
goes mad at his players.
When he
That was a
goes,
disgraceful
yeah,
disgrace.
that-
Yeah.
I love
I'm
that.
ashamed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Because they
Gaffer.
should be celebrating.
So
this.
happy we've delivered a trophy for you. You know, I mean, like, what's all that about? But yeah, he did say some crazy things, and like I know. And listen, I'm not going to pretend Phil Jones is a great player. He's not. Eric Bailly, different story. Hopefully, I mean, I know it's just hope rather than expectation. We can get some games out of him if he's here to stay for a little bit.
I feel he has been fit more though this time. I feel like it's been Ollie sometimes going with Lindelof.
Do you know what the problem is though? I feel like it's like for a centre back, you need a pairing.
Yeah.
You need that, you know, like you need that relationship to build, don't you? And if you've got someone coming in, not only is that saying to Lindelof, you ain't good enough. It's also Maguire's getting a part. This is fantastic, and then he's injured again.
Yeah.
Oh, now I've got to try and build that relationship up. with
Hey,
Lindelof.
Vic, come have a seat.
Yeah.
We're next to the gaffer.
Yeah, yeah. Do you know what I
Oh,
mean?
word you. Bay's injured, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm playing then. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's not because he's injured, though. It's because you're better.
And then 4 weeks later, you dropped again.
Yeah.
So we need to have a think about your performances. I seen Bay out training this morning.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's coming.
Should have known.
Yeah, he's coming back in.
Talking about centre-backs, though, Harry Maguire has obviously picked up a few headlines this morning.
Good.
For what he said to Fred.
Love all this.
I find it ridiculous that he even makes headlines, given that I swear and shout and scream on a football pitch more than anybody. But what are you like making of this?
I mean, it was a
Explain for those at home,
right.
sorry.
Harry Maguire called Fred an effing idiot. Yeah,
On the pitch during the
on
game.
the pitch during a game. How that's made it into the papers is beyond me. It was the same when Marcus and him had a little bit of I can't remember what use the word spat, a discussion. I think there was one with Ollie and Bruno, was there? I mean, it happens. It happens. Players, managers, coaches, or whatever, players shout at each other. It doesn't mean you've fallen out. It's not like that's it.
Fuck me, they want to get a live camera in here.
Exactly. That's how you communicate on a football pitch. Have you ever, I don't get this, because the people that write these articles, the journalists and reporting on it, you must have watched football before. It's not
That's
new.
the problem. They've never played.
It's
football.
not new. Like,
All these suits, that went
What are you on about?
university,
What is
did a
going on?
journalism degree, fair enough. But up until that period, they were never going to games. They were never brought up. And then they get to sit in, brought up as football fans, is what I mean.
Yeah.
They were dragged up.
yeah.
And then
Can't say you're English.
and then they get to go to games and give it all the high and mighty. When they don't pay their tickets, they get free tickets for every game,
Do you know what?
free food,
On
free
that,
drinks, free
annoys
this,
me.
and act high and mighty more than the fans, the motherfuckers.
Some of them absolute
that fuckface.
frauds
I know.
at the
I know.
formerly
Get
great
on.
local newspaper.
Yeah, fuckface.
Yeah, he's the worst
The
one.
way they fucking pontificate.
Yeah.
Do you know about fan culture?
You know what that word means, or you just
Pontificate. Man, I know some words, mate. I am a wordsmith
Words, mate.
I'm a swordsmith.
Biggins as well.
and shit.
Yeah. Get involved in the comments. Let us know what you think about Harry Maguire talking to Fred during a football match.
I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
Harry Maguire over the last week is getting up there with. He's about not far from Roy Keane levels now.
In what way?
I can have a fucking taxi to Birmingham, please.
I'll tell you why.
What the fuck are you on about, you lunatic?
Let him explain himself here, please, dear God.
No, he can't explain that.
Get
He can't
ready
explain
to-
your way out of that.
get ready to
You
cancel the
just said
stream
about the
in
Phil
case
Jones
this goes-
comment
I'm
and you
trolling.
decided to make one more fucking stupid. Are you?
Yeah, listen.
See?
There's got to be a method
Tell
to
you
this
why.
madness. I refuse to believe
I'm telling you why.
that he thinks this. Go on.
Harry Maguire
Right.
seeing Ed Woodward out the fucking door with his big slab head, mate. Told him about himself. Told him, get fuck out of here. We don't want European Super League. Did he not? He did that shit.
No.
Yes, he did.
No, right. I
Then-
would, but go on. Go on.
Then-
Where's your source on this?
No, go on.
My source.
Yeah.
Up here, mate.
Believe
like
the
yours.
legend.
Right.
Steve. Don't listen to the truth that we know that probably didn't happen. Let's just believe
He
the
did it.
bullshit.
He
Yeah.
went into his office and
And
I'm the captain of Manchester
yeah,
United.
through the desk.
You were the
Through it.
CEO.
Like,
See you later.
yeah.
Because
He
we're not
said-
having this shit around here.
See what I did-
Brexit means Brexit.
Yeah.
Fuck the European Super League off. That's what he said.
He said, you see what I did to them like in Mykonos? Fucking want some as well, do you? Soft lad. Hey? Hey?
Look at the strength!
Come on, then.
And then,
Whoa.
in the
Khakis.
week, when
Fucking
football
car
fans,
keys in your hand, fucking use them.
football fans fuming about drawing 0-0 with fucking Ellen Road lot, yeah? He says what everyone's been thinking for a year. Calling Fred a fucking idiot. Mate,
Right.
climbing up that ladder.
All
Okay.
he needs now is
Only
like
the only
All
problem
he
with
needs now
that
is
is
6 Premier League
13 trophies.
trophies. Yeah.
the only problem with that is 70% of what you said only happened in your head.
Yeah, but it's mint still. Like, it is, come on. I'm with Macca on this one. Like, I know it didn't happen, but I'm going to pretend it did in my head. Because it's just mint. Like,
I think it did.
Woodward, like he went up to Woodward. And
If we're being honest,
he's
though-
changed his multi-billion-pound Super League
know, if
by
we're being
shouting
honest,
at the CEO.
Roy
Alright.
Keane's involvement in it probably would have been am I going to pay a rise?
Yeah.
Alright, so
Yeah. Right.
It would have
I
been.
love that, yeah.
Mike Smalling says, Bailly is good when he plays, which is nearly never. We need a new centre-back end of. This screams of the Ashley Young, Phil Jones, Chris Smalling.
I'm hoping it does come with a centre back, and I tend to agree with that. It's probably because we don't see Eric Bailly as much as a nuisance as we did Ashley Young and Phil Jones. Let's be real, innit?
No.
But I do think we will sign another centre half. There's been talk about Varane today again. Fabrizio tweeted about it.
There's
Chelsea for
well,
him.
there's some truth in it.
What?
But
Go on.
whoever, United want him. That's the truth. The truth is United are actively trying to sign him. The problem with that is, does he want to come? because it takes 2 to tango and arguably 3 with George Mendes.
And the problem is United go to them and say, you've got this defender who's got 1 year left on his contract. We'll give you 50 million for him. And then they go, you've got this midfielder with 1 year left on his contract. And then United think, fuck.
Yeah.
How do we get out of this situation with Pogba and Varane?
Would you do a swap if Pogba was going?
That's the only one I could ever see a swap happening for, and it might work for both parties, but I think it's still unlikely.
I wouldn't do a swap.
You wouldn't.
Pogba.
I don't get me wrong, I love Pogba.
I also think
how
United
important
are going to offer him some zeros, Pogba.
I hope he stays, man.
Are they going to offer him?
Him and
you've
Bruno
got
making
something,
this
like,
little
because I was always adamant he was going.
That was in the sun, so that might be.
I was always like, he's
That
going,
picture
but
of-
now
No, the you sign, I sign thing.
I don't believe that.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm literally not. I think that's literally come from the thing that them two have got really close.
Yeah,
I think
someone was like,
Do you think he'll stay?
Like,
Do you
that's
think
how
he'll
I
stay?
make up my
Yeah.
stories.
I have no idea. I think
journalists.
what's
Just
going to
personally,
happen.
I know you're not
No,
necessarily saying.
I have no idea. I think it could literally go either way.
Right.
I'm certain United are going to offer him a frankly ridiculous contract. Whether he signs it or
They
not.
already had as well. I remember speaking. Well, I'm not going to say who I was speaking to, but I was speaking to someone that knew that the season before we were in Singapore, the summer before we were in Singapore, so just before Ollie's first full season.
Yeah.
Remember when he did that interview saying he wants a new challenge?
Yeah.
He had been offered just before that some of the best contract anyone had ever been offered by United.
Yeah.
But I think
And he
there's a
rejected
chance
it.
he signs it now.
And he sat
because
down with the
market's
team
changed.
and said, at the end of the season, I'm all in with yous, like, but I'm out at the end of the season.
Right.
Like he told the players that.
Yeah.
But it didn't happen.
I mean, regardless of a swap deal, getting Varane would be mint.
Is he the best
Do you know what I
signing we
mean?
could make at centre half in terms of age,
That we could make,
price,
probably, yeah.
quality?
The thing is, though, I think other positions are more pressing.
I think though that helps the other positions a lot though as well.
It will, but like when you go, we haven't had a right winger since Tony Valencia first 2 seasons.
Like,
Yeah, yeah. We do need a right winger. It's
The fact that we
ridiculous
just
we ain't got a
haven't
right
had
winger.
one.
It's just
Like, we go for
madness.
another window and Phil Jones is on the team photo for next year and we still haven't had a right winger. Honestly,
have we signed our right winger?
maybe, but no.
Do you know what I mean? Because
Yeah, I think in the club's head they're like, but in our head you're like, no.
There might be at least another year though with him.
He's balling it.
I know he
By the
is.
way, you see Zidane Bale's goal on the weekend.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. We'll
Brown
talk about
lot
that in the
all right,
Academy
man.
review that's coming out tomorrow.
Us Brownlock killing it out
Hey.
there, apparently. One day.
Scored 2, didn't he?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
one
was
had a big hefty
yeah,
deflection, so we don't get that.
Yeah, one was a wonder goal. But yeah,
He's ripping it up.
he is. It's a decent like
And he's got a bit of
under
an
18 team,
attitude
that.
about him now, which I like.
That's what you want, man.
He's like,
what I mean.
seems like a bit of a knob on the pitch, which
Good.
is good. Like someone pushed Charlie Savage,
Yeah.
who should be able to look after himself, given who his dad was, for God's sake.
Yeah, he's growing and
yeah.
a big lad as well. Charlie.
Yeah, but I've seen him back up the geezer and that. Under
what you
23.
like to see.
Those two are close, you know.
We're doing well at 18 and 23 level, you know.
We had a good weekend, didn't we? You look at
Like,
some of the
generally
players, yeah.
speaking, we are
Like
doing
Elango
very
as
good.
well. He's doing well, and fucking
Do you see this?
McNeil's just ridiculous.
There was something came out this weekend, but Bielsa's played like more than half of the first team are featured in the under 23s at some point this
I
season.
see you tweeting about that. That's good, that, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think that
This season?
Yeah.
Or just in
I
general?
think it's just this season.
Fucking hell.
So I think that's something
Van
that
Gaal shit?
everyone needs to. Yeah, I said Van Gaal did well with that. People was like, "Well, he didn't do well. Look at all these nil-nils." Talking about youth team, you fucking knob.
Yeah, he had me believing Paddy McNair.
I know,
and
Paddy McNair
Tyler
won.
Blackett were going to be winning leagues.
don't Tyler
I actually
Blackett.
said it in a video. Go find it, you cunt.
Tyler Blackett. I was well on board with the Tyler Blackett
Tyler
one.
Blackenbauer.
We were. And we were calling Cameron Beckham Jackson. Jesus Christ.
The thing is, though, like, what I liked about Van Gaal is he'd pulled the ones you weren't expecting out as well. Like, no one thought McNair was going to start that game. Was it, like
Donald Love.
Yeah, like what? But hang on a minute, who? Do you know what I mean? Even people like we're watching a
This
youth
is a
team.
this is a Premier League game.
Yeah,
He's like, yeah, Donald Love.
yeah. Like what? Right, okay. It's like he
You're
think,
gonna play Marcus Rashford in the league.
yeah. What? Right.
You got Memphis on the bench.
Jay received the funniest text message probably we've had.
Oh, yeah, it was an
Right,
email, wasn't it?
Was it an email? Yeah.
Because like once a year I email him.
Yeah, just say we do an interview.
Yeah, and every year he says no. But I'm not going to stop this.
Can we make it every 6 months?
Yeah, I will. All right.
He's
I'll
getting
show-
older,
yeah,
his
I'll
memory
show.
might be getting
And
worse.
I'm no spring chicken anyway. So like, yeah, let's cut it down to every 6 months. And he was like, I must politely say this decline, Jay, but I'm sending you a lockdown elbow with an elbow picture.
He's mental, isn't he?
And that just made me want an interview even more. I was like, no, man.
It's
Because
like when
it
I
would
went
be
out, I was
ace.
outside. I think we just beat Villa, like 1-0 or something. And he was signing autographs outside for United fans. And I went to him, "We're gonna win the league, Louis." We were like 20 points off it, and he was like, "Yes, like, yes, we're winning the league, lads."
We went to the Player of the Year Awards. I filmed it. I did a
We're gonna
Snapchat with
do
him.
this.
And I was like, we're going to win the FA Cup. And he was like, yes.
He got out once in the press conference. He had a bit of a like row with a journalist. It wasn't a bad row. He wasn't nasty Louis van Gaal. He wasn't, like Jose could have an edge to him, even Fergie could have an edge to him.
He'd chuck a funny line in, wouldn't he?
He always felt
Even
like...
when he was ruining Custis.
Yeah.
Like, hey, dollar fat man. I
Yeah,
said
not
hello.
that bad. There was like a kindness to him. Like, and he, after the press conference finished, I'd never seen anyone do it before. He came round the table and sat next to him, in the press bit, and was like, put his arm around him. I was just chatting to him, like, we'll get on and all that. And the guy was like, yeah. It was just weird because you never usually see that from like managers in general. I've never seen that before. But with Van Gaal, you always got that with him. Like, obviously, it didn't go well for him, but he had like a good relationship with the press.
I'd argue,
Even when he stormed out,
generally
it wasn't
speaking, a
really
lot of good
storming
came out of Van Gaal. Like after Moyes,
Yeah.
even though the youth that he gave the chance to and all that, most of them have gone. But even just finding Rashford, bringing Marshall to the team,
Yeah.
like for the next few years, he set us up to have some good players in certain positions. Like he did,
Yeah.
I think he did
It's
well
like
for us.
it was weird because I think you said it the other day, Steve, and this is the thing. The one thing that annoys me about Van Gaal is the way he left.
Do you think he could have
like we should not like? I think
success that season after?
no,
With Louis,
not
I
necessarily.
don't think he gets Zlatan and Pogba.
Yeah, and I don't think.
And does he get anyone with that level of creativity? Because that was all he was defensively sound. We did all right in the big games, but we couldn't unpick a fucking thing. So if he'd have got a creative outlet, because that was all that we got. Really, you got Zlatan, you get Pogba, you've got goals, and I think he wouldn't have got Zlatan.
He would never have worked with Zlatan.
And I don't think
No.
necessarily would have had Pogba either.
Zlatan was very much
I think Jose
Jose's
was the
man,
pull with
yeah.
that a little, or the final like rubber stamp on that. So I don't know who he would have brought in as creative because I believe he had Tony Cruz done and went no. So
Was
I
that
think
Moyes though?
Yeah, I
no,
don't know.
Moyes had set that up. So Moyes had set up, I think, Shaw, Cruz, and like Herrera, I think.
Herrera was definitely in the pipeline, wasn't it? Because we had all that drama.
And then
didn't we?
Louis got in and was like, let me have a look who you've got lined up. And he went, no, to Cruz. I think he must have seen him in the youth team at Bayern.
I mean, the thing with Van Gaal, but like, I don't think I couldn't put another season without football if it had carried on. To be honest with you,
But that's it. But
when it
was-
worked,
the way he-
in his head, it was a three.
Yeah.
He says at least it was a 3-year project.
Yeah.
So he was like, and by my 3rd year, so I wouldn't have minded seeing it, especially with the way it went tits up with Jose and how it went tits up with Jose. Could it have been much worse to do another season of that? I'm not sure.
I just think the way we sacked him,
Oh, bang out.
like, that's not.
You could have waited 2 weeks. Couldn't
Yeah.
you? Wait till he's on
Could have waited a
holiday.
day.
Yeah, man, let him at least like,
Or even
pose with a
wait till
trophy.
the press conference has happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, just won the FA Cup. Do you know what I mean? Like, one of the biggest trophies there is domestically.
Like I remember coming out the ground to do fan camps, and obviously after a cup final you wait a bit, so it's not immediately after.
Yeah.
But I come outside, and just before I'd even got to do my first fan camp, someone's gone, Van Gaal's been sacked, and you're like,
It's bad, that, innit? You know what I
what the
mean?
fuck's going on, bruv? I've just been singing. Well, no, that was a semi-final where we come running out singing Tony Marshall.
Min.
But that was amazing.
One of
wasn't
the highlights of the post-Fergie era.
it? Like, but, and it's like that's sad, man. He don't deserve that.
No, he didn't. He didn't deserve it. Do you remember in Stockholm when he came out? The stadium was there when he came out, and United fans swarmed him. Well, both sets of fans did, and like he was getting loads of love. Do you know what I mean? Because obviously, I think there is a lot of respect now.
It was like
the
a
football
little
was
Uncle
terrible. I'm
Louis
not going
vibe,
to pretend
innit?
there wasn't. But goes the FA Cup, some debuts, and I think on the
But I tell you something,
by and
Jay.
large, he'll be well remembered.
Our greatest ever performance at Anfield was with him.
Agreed. Wanfield.
We
100%.
every time we went to Anfield with Sir Alex Ferguson,
Yeah.
even when we won, the football wasn't great. It was
No,
fucking
smash and grab on
shitting
it,
yourself.
smash and
And
grab.
that was the thing. Jose was obviously the extreme example of that. But like under Louis and under Ollie, to a massive extent, I know that them little fuckers have sat there and gone, how do I win this game? Whereas I think Jose goes, how don't I lose this game?
I agree with that completely. And the thing, that performance at Anfield, the thing that annoys me about it,
It's the one matter one for you guys that I wonder.
was it finished 2-1?
Yeah, we should have.
It was the most
3-1. Rooney missed the
one-sided
penalty.
2-1 in football history.
Rooney missed a
We
penalty,
just
didn't he?
I know
dominated.
nothing
it.
of the game.
Why didn't Mata take that penalty?
I don't know, because he on a hat-trick. It was the last kick of the game almost, wasn't it? And I think Rooney even said I should have let him take it.
I was on Sky's fan zone thing for that.
God.
And if you do it.
I was at Old Trafford.
So
Because they were doing a screening at
they asked
Old
me to
Trafford.
do it, and so they asked me to do it, and I was like, oh, sweet, because I thought it's in a box at the ground, because that's what you kind of get. So I'm thinking, yes, I'll go there, and they're like, right, here's your train ticket, and it's like, all right, I'm all right, I'll drive, and they're like, it's in Stratford. And I was like, why is it in Stratford? Like, it's at our studio. Bastard, I've already said yes now. So I'll get down there. I'm doing it with Machin, which is all right. Machin's all right for a Scouser. And then they put you in that little room that they put you in. And you know, the feed you get is not the broadcast one, so there's no commentary and there's no crowd noise.
Well, it's like us watching the game, yeah.
No, it's way worse. So
what do you actually get?
You get one of the cameramen's feeds. So do you know the gantry camera?
Yeah.
The mic...
Yeah.
That guy, his feed, it's not the gallery feed where someone's switching to the close-ups.
So you got a CCTV view.
Why? Why did they do that?
Insane, right?
Why not just give you the normal feed from Sky?
So
put it
one
on
matter
mute?
scores.
Yeah. What's that?
Is that my reaction's mental?
Right.
Until you know why my reaction's, because I
Right.
should have gone off my head. But I go, was he offside? Because my cameraman zooms in on Skirtle.
Ah, right.
So I'm going, why is it zoomed in on Skirtle?
Yeah.
Why? If I could have seen the celebrations, I would have been like, "Oh, it's a goal." But I'm watching. And at one point in the game, like, because we're supposed to be commentating it for the entire thing. At one point in the game, the camera does this
To the sky.
to the sky.
Jesus
We're like, is he
Christ.
gone for a piss? Like,
I literally just
for
forgot
about a
about
minute, it's just looking at like blue sky, and you're like, me and Paul, like, what the fuck is supposed to do?
That's minging. That is minging. That doesn't make any sense.
Gaz had to do one of them with Heavy D.
He did, didn't he?
R.I.P.
He said he got on with him.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was weird because some of them, like,
That is like the complete contrast of person, isn't it?
yeah, Heavy D and Gas Jungle. Mate, I seen the one that made me laugh with them ones was, you remember when Arsenal drew 4-0 at Anfield and Arshavin?
Yeah.
And, like, to be fair, he's an Arsenal fan. I've never seen him before since, but he was proper funny,
Yeah.
giving it to the Scouser.
The classic ones were good when the internet weren't really a thing.
Yeah, before it became all
They were
saturated.
really, really good in it.
You've been chatting to your mate, haven't you, today? You've got any gossip for us
Yeah,
or what?
Joel.
Yeah, give us some gossip.
We just had Jolie and Lescott on for. So obviously this.
Did you talk to him about that tweet?
Oh shit! No.
Oh, I'm going home, man. Why are we even here, bro? What's the point in this?
Stephen
I totally
Alson.
forgot. Well, we had him on for
Right.
it's Premier League Hall of Fame's.
Tell him what tweet you're on about.
Rio
before.
messed up.
He just tweeted a beautiful little Mercedes, didn't he?
Was it Aston Martin or something like that?
No, it was a Mercedes.
Whatever it was a nice car.
Yeah.
It's just
After
that with
they
no
lost.
context. Yeah.
After they lost the game.
Yeah.
and
Is this
got
one where
relegated.
Collymore wanted to beat him
After
up?
they lost and got relegated and people were criticising his wages and
Yeah.
all that, he just tweeted a picture of a car.
Isn't this...
And then he said, I sat down on my phone.
No, you didn't. Yeah.
Like, at least tweeting it, JKHLM, just loads of letters.
Yeah.
Like, blag it.
Yeah.
Lie to me,
right.
Julian.
Yeah.
Well, you did lie to me, but
at least make it slightly believable.
Anyway,
So you had Jolie and Lescott on with Rio
Premier League
Ferdinand
Hall of
today.
Fame's kind of in the news, isn't
Is this
it?
why you were shouting, by the way? I could hear you shouting a lot.
Was I
before.
shouting?
A lot. I was on a different floor and I could hear you.
Right. I get shouted sometimes, Jay. I don't know if you noticed. So it's Premier League Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
So me, Rio, Joel, and Jolie and Lescott did our top 10s. It was a bit of an argument.
Can you give us what the argument might have been about? Go on.
Can I say, though?
Because I wanted 10 United players in it.
Yeah, how bro, obviously, Giggs was supposed to be in this. He's not, for being a bastard.
Right.
So, an alleged bastard.
So
Allegedly, yeah.
we understand why it's, but they still should have went, Scholesy, come on.
No United players. United have won
You
13.
can't be starting with two next
13 of 28. Basically, pick any fucking year in history. There's a 50-50 chance that United won the
And
league
is it
that
just
year.
players or is the managers as well?
It will be managers.
I mean,
So 'cause then-
it's got to be Fergie. Like, they can't.
You can't be doing
imagine
it.
it's Jose first.
No, or Wenger. That'd be worse. Because that'd
They
be like
will
the
do it,
hipster's
though.
choice.
Because I bet you any money, loads of cockneys involved, yeah.
Yeah.
All these
Well,
journalists
the
from
next
down
one,
south.
that's a good point.
Oh,
Because
yeah, this, that, and the other. Oh, Thierry Henry, yeah, he was great. Shearer was great.
There's
They
something-
definitely need to be in the Hall of
There's an
Fame.
embargo till 7 on something.
But before them
All right,
people,
okay, fair enough. Because they're going to do 6 more. I think it doesn't say when. So you've got to have been retired. I don't think Rooney qualified this time round
Rooney
because
doesn't qualify.
he wasn't retired at the time of the decision. But the next one, it's fans and the panel. So I'm with you. I think you're going to get a lot of
Fans,
people. Because
man.
you let
Fuck
fans
them
vote.
fans, man.
It's going to be loads of United fans voting. And plus, our vote will be spread.
Yeah.
Because we've got Beckham fans,
So
Giggs fans.
who the
Rude,
Scousers?
yeah,
Who
Keno,
the Scousers
yeah.
going to vote for?
Gerrard.
Ridiculous. If right, and I'm
Gerrard's
actually
gonna be
serious.
Liverpool.
Yeah,
I
he
can
will.
already see.
He will. Because
Yeah.
all
I'm
the
losing my
Scousers
head,
will
bro.
vote for Gerrard.
Well, my point was, there's out of the 20 most winningest players, only one person gets in, and that's John Terry, because he's got 5. There's no one else with 5 or more that isn't a United player, and there's 20 people with
And
5
you can't,
or more.
and you can't. And I know what they did was very different, or what they allegedly did was very different. But you can't not put Ryan Giggs and put John Terry in. I'm sorry, that happens. I'm doing a madness. I am doing an absolute madness. The FA are going to wish the Premier League are going to wish they never started the Hall of Fame.
No, I agree.
And Gerrard fucking banged a DJ.
I'm looking forward to this one-man
Gerrard banged the DJ
campaign.
for no reason, chinned him because he wouldn't play his tune.
Fuck off with your Phil Collins.
CCTV of it, bruv.
Yeah.
Same angle he was watching that
Yeah.
game.
The DJ's literally looking down like this. Gerrard comes over and fucking pops him and got away with self-defense. I swear to God, the next time I get nicked, that's why. Self-defense, our kid. You just kick fuck out of him.
That's why it's got to be Keno, because he never did anything like that. Squeaky clean his eye, Roy. Get him in there. We are going to wrap it up there. Make sure you check out the Manscaped offer. We've got 20% off plus free shipping. The code is Devils20. The link is in the description. When's your Rio and Julian Lescott fest out?
I think that's out tomorrow, but we've got a wrap-up of this week going out at 5. We've got Henry Winter on.
Oh.
You're stealing our fucking contributors.
I know,
Wednesday,
yeah.
we got
What's going on
Do
here?
you know what I mean?
interview with Chris
My
Wilder
mate.
once the lawyers have had a look at it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And
Pick
then,
through the bones of that one.
That's going to be a great interview.
Yeah.
Going through lawyers. Fucking hell.
I think we've had to have a
It's
look
going to
at
be a
it
hello
today
and goodbye from
after
Chris Wilder.
After the
Thanks for coming.
after the Hall of Fame talk, people
That
mentioned
happened to
Ryan
us,
Giggs.
You know what happened to us, yeah? We interviewed Jesse Lingard, bro. We did a big piece on his
mate.
mental health.
Brilliant.
We got told to take it out.
No.
The next day, he did another piece on it.
No, what was worse was we did it, right? He spoke about his mental health. It was a great interview, you and him sat in a chip shop, as you do. He had some bad games, some negativity going around him. We held it back because we knew. We said, don't want to put it out when he's going to get grief.
Yeah.
We played Spurs, we won. We played City at the Etihad, we won. He played well. We went, we're going to put it out. His people were like, yeah, great idea. We said, we'll put it out on Monday. Between that day, I think that was a Friday, the Tuesday, and next Monday, he did about 5 interviews where he spoke about all sorts, including stuff he hadn't told
So
us.
I had the exclusive.
Yeah. And then,
And then
by the time we put it out, it was the 5th interview he'd given
it's
that
like we
week.
got Giuseppe Rossi sitting there in the can.
That's a good interview.
We need that to go. So that'll be a kind of like nice little European Super Leagues.
We've got as well Bojan Djordjic, who you might not have played a lot of times for United, but he's very, very vocal against the Glazers.
Jay, what's happening next month?
next month.
No, don't say that.
No, you don't know what I'm talking about.
Oh,
Next
okay.
month, it's the anniversary of the greatest achievement in the history of Manchester
That's
United
what I'm
Football
talking
Club.
about.
In fact, it's not even the greatest achievement in the history of Manchester United Football Club, the greatest achievement in the history of association football.
Can we see how many 91 cup winners we can get in here?
Yeah,
Well,
we've
it's
got
what
to
we
do
can't
that.
get
for a
We've
while
got to
now.
do that. Like, seriously. We've got to get the entire squad, even Paulins, in here.
Not after what he said this week.
I love him, man.
Not after what he said. this
He's
week.
taking it
The
to a
bandit
new
right
level
there.
of craziness. Come on.
Because he said it once before and he kind of got away with it because it was
Listen,
early doors.
Let's get him in here.
Now he's gone in strong again.
Let's get him in here. Let's get him about 2 pints of rum deep, and let's see what other shit he can
This
come
is
out
the
with.
guy that was moaning about a statue at the Emirates and said, you know, what about Bergkamp? What about Henry? You haven't got a statue of them? Well, they have.
It's like,
We want
how
more.
can you, how can you love him more than me because I was a bit younger.
I still remember
But
as a
that
player.
94 team
Yeah.
was my
He was so
favourite
good.
team
He
Belt
was
in
so
that
good.
as a kid.
Yeah.
Like, no, I know he was, but like, I loved him as a player, but I didn't have that attachment that you would have, like, first black England captain. Like,
It
all
mattered,
these
yeah,
things.
it mattered all that stuff to me. And like, I loved Paulins. And when he left, I was 15 years old. I was as gutted as I've been as a United fan. Seriously. Even worse than like 2012 and all that. I was devastated because I was a kid and he's like my hero. So I still have a little bit of me, like, even after where he went to the Scousers and all that, where I look at him now and I just sort of, it makes me
Should
laugh.
we get him in for an interview with you?
I'd love to get
It'd
him in.
actually be good, you know.
I would, because I wouldn't be there going, oh, you said you could do the job, or you celebrated like you just won the World Cup in
We
front
want
of
to
us.
get
Now
as
you have
many
to tell him about that.
I'm not-
Lee
I will,
Sharp,
but I won't be
Lee
having a
Sharp,
big, you know what I
Mark
mean?
Hughes.
Like-
You're not right. You're not obviously can't get Les Sealer, rest in peace.
Yes.
You're not getting Mick Phelan because he's literally assistant manager at United. So who can you get? You might not get Robbo because he's an ambassador still. Dennis Irwin, I've asked, he said
You
no.
get Robbo. You get Robbo.
I think you might get Robbo
Yeah.
if you get everyone else.
You
It's
could get
watered
Robbo.
it down
You
a bit,
can.
hasn't it?
Robbo does stuff.
Chucky said yes already, so
Yeah.
Chucky's in.
Well,
He's
that's it,
safe, right? We've
That's
got.
safe. That's safe, yeah. Come and have a look what you could have won.
Can you get Paul Ince? Supposedly we've
Yeah.
got someone asking Mark Hughes, which is the big one. Obviously the goal scorer. Steve Bruce. Is he really busy at Newcastle? Not sure.
how's
He's
the-
Probably
Sparky as
unlikely.
well. I fucking love Sparky. Now we look at him like, look at that cunt.
Do you know what though?
You know
It's
what I
funny.
mean?
It's funny because he did that interview, didn't he, for the MUTV, and the response was like, people were like, you know what, he's actually a legend. Because people forget that early '90s team. We were having a discussion in the office before about Hall of Fame, and me and him was saying about Dennis Irwin as your left back, and Joe was like, well, do you know what? It's not. I don't love Dennis Irwin. It's like I almost don't know a lot about that team because it was before my time, and I think a lot of fans just almost forget about or don't know about that sort of '92 to
That's why
'94
these
era,
players
which was
got to protect their
amazing.
legacy as well.
Yeah, man.
Because especially when you go around,
Clayton
doing
Blackmore will get.
you're going around doing
Yeah.
certain things now. Kids are going to remember for now. Not
Who was
Yeah.
centre half? Was it Pallister?
Yeah, it would have been
Pally-
Pallister.
Pallister and Bruce?
Yeah, it would have
we
been
could get
Pallister.
Pally.
I think you might
I'd
be
love
able
us to get. I love Brucey. I fucking love him. Leave him alone, you bastards.
19 goals in a season
From
centre
centre
back.
half.
Hey,
Fuck that. Kept Jews cunts up.
and on that bombshell,
Wallies of the week.
yes,
The
well
whole
remembered.
of the Europe. Florentino Perez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
do
He's
you know
still out here
what?
crying. I know he's got a pyramid scheme somewhere. He sounds like one
we've
of
got so many interviews. We just had an interview with Semra Hunter as well, who's the presenter for La Liga TV. La Liga TV. She was telling us that Florentino Perez has still got a lot of people that back him over in Spain. A lot of the Madridistas are still like, yeah, he's all right.
They love the idea of a
Yeah,
Super League. They're
and they
crazy
think
for
he's like that. They're like with him.
They're
It's-
broke.
mate. Seriously, but yeah,
Mad assholes.
I know. I'll go with. Do you know what? I'm gonna go with Boris Johnson. I'm sorry to be all political, but the guy's trying to paint himself like some champion of football. He backed the Glazers when they took us over. He was on Question Time saying it goes with conservative values, free enterprise, and all that. He knew about the Super League, so don't give me this shite about him protecting English football. And now he's trying to act like, oh, I'll do anything. I'll do legislative bombshells to stop all this happening. You were in on it. Don't give me that tosh.
He was in the Labour manifesto fucking last 10 years. Who's your Wally of the week?
Why are you thinking? I'll just read the super chat. Abdullah Ibrahim says a few players from later on, but I would like you guys to get Nicky Butt and Dennis Irwin. We'll work on that.
We have had Nicky Butt on the show.
Yeah, we've had
before.
Nicky Butt on the-
I'd love to get a proper interview with him now he's left United.
Oh, he'd be firing some bombs, wouldn't he? He's already been on Sky.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think
No,
he's.
no.
He was,
See, we can't say nothing round him. Nixon for real.
oh yeah, I watched Nicky Butt be on Rio's channel.
We'll have
next
to
week,
lead
yeah.
him down a
But you
path
can
for a bit.
wait
Oh, mate, you want to
outside
see
again.
the
You
text
can wait
Rio
outside the
was
studio.
thrown out before.
Let me
Oh
walk
my
you to your
Steve.
car, Mr. Butt, via
Steve.
this studio.
Steve, we're going to interview Jonathan Greening.
Yes, and then we'll sweep in there and get David May.
Who's blocked me on Twitter, the wanker.
Has it?
He's a City fan anyway.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go on. Allegedly.
Oh, Glazers. Imagine trying to no comment your way out of this. Your day will come, my
Yes,
friend.
go
no
You
comment.
Wait till I'm fucking looking you in the eye and see what happens.
Go no comment yourself, some mates. Right, Maka.
Bye.
What's up? You think?
I said it.
Oh, you Premier League piss take?
Florentino Perez.
No, when's it out?
Oh, Premier League piss take. When's it out, Cam? 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock Premier League piss take. Yours is embargoed, so whatever it is.
No, it's not embargoed, but
What
there's
is it?
something I can't tell you about.
When you
Wow.
watch Rio's podcast and you come from here, post in the comments.
Up the Paddock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Just put up the Paddock. Absolutely obliterate the chat with up the Paddock.
yeah.
And Arsenal is shit. Because Joel loves that.
Yeah. Yeah. And bye.
Go on.
That's it.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for
Devil's
watching.
20
I
man.
got one more for you as
go
well.
on.
If you think you can come play for Paddock, if you think you got the skills, then tomorrow night 6:30 Turn Moss in Stretford, or 6 till 7:30. Come and show us what you got.
Go on the
we've got
Instagram
3
if you never
teams.
heard that address. It's there
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the Instagram.
Stretford
See you in a bit.
M41.